Hello, I'm Dr. Bree, and today I'm going to share with you my favorite tools and products for at-home exercise. I'm going to share with you what I love and where I get these tools for my at-home routine. Now, I personally do not have a gym membership. I don't go to a gym. I do all of my exercise at home. And you can certainly join a gym if that's important for you, but I want you to know that with a few tools and products, you can get so much out of your at-home workouts. In this video, I refer to exercise as just movement, and you can call it exercise or you can call it movement. To me, movement feels a little less intimidating than exercise. To me, exercise is all about moving my body in ways that feel good and bring me joy and make me feel healthy and happy. So that's what we're going to be doing today, is talking about these tools. Now, the most important tool that I didn't share in this video I'm about to show you, the most important tool that I forgot to share is my walking shoes. I go on a walk every single day, and it's so important for calming my mind and body, getting my entire body moving in a healthy way, feeling strong. And so I just encourage you to put a good solid pair of walking shoes on your list of tools for your at-home routine. And short little walks are just as helpful as a long walk or a long hike. So don't underestimate the power of walking. So continue watching to learn more about my favorite tools for my at-home movement practice. And just know that daily exercise is key for nervous system regulation. And nervous system regulation, or balance, is key for pelvic floor health. So if you have pelvic floor problems, then maintaining and nurturing the mind-body connection and balancing your nervous system through daily movement is a nervous system regulation practice in itself. So move every day, and these tools will help you do that. So embodiment. We are in our bodies at all times, right? Embodiment to me means more about getting out of your head and into your body. Let's talk about these embodiment tools, my favorite props. The first thing that I wanted to share with you is my ginormous yoga mat. So this is called Gorilla Mat. This huge yoga mat is ginormous. It's really, really big. It is wide and it is long and it's nice and thick. And I love this mat so much. I've used it for many, many years now. And full disclosure, I am an affiliate for them because I love it so much. They gave me a mat for free to try out, and I am hooked. I will never use another yoga mat. So I do love Gorilla Mat. They're extra large yoga exercise fitness mats. And they're really great for the type of movement that I like to do, which is usually really full body. Like, I kind of like to roll around on the ground. But so if you're a person who likes to do big movements, then I recommend getting a big yoga mat. So my other favorite tool these days is a sheepskin rug. So this is not real sheepskin. This is faux sheepskin. But I am telling you, this has made all the difference in my life. It is so warm and cozy, and I live in a cold place. I live in the high desert in Oregon. It's really cold here in the winter. And so something cozy is really soothing. For certain types of exercise, movement, and embodiment practices, like anytime I'm doing a more still practice that might be certain yoga practices or even Pilates practices or Shavasana, just laying on the ground, doing some breathing, or kind of rolling around in the ground, doing really slow, just juicy movement that feels good. Having something soft and cozy is wonderful. Now, where to get this? I have to be honest, I got my sheepskin, my faux sheepskin at Costco. So that's where I got it. It was at Costco. There was a whole pile of them. I'm sure there are more sustainable places. I do think it would be important, if you are getting real sheepskin especially, to make sure that it's ethically sourced. I don't know all the ins and outs of how exactly they do source sheepskin, but I mean, come on, it's sheepskin. So you'd hope that the animals are well treated if you're getting a real sheepskin rug. Again, for faux sheepskin, I'm sure there's issues there too with how it's produced and manufactured. And like I said, I got mine at Costco. There's probably better places to get it, but that's where I got mine from. And I will say it is really big. It's almost as big as my gorilla mat. So it really covers a big area. You can get smaller little sheepskins as well. This one happens to be really huge, and I love it. I love it. Okay, so that's as far as like things to roll around on and move on. Large yoga mat and sheepskin. So the other item people are always asking me about is my meditation cushion. So I'm just gonna tell you right off the bat, this meditation cushion, I got it probably, I don't know, 4 years ago. Bloom is the brand. It's no longer available, so don't get your hopes up. But what I looked for when purchasing this meditation cushion is I looked for a Zafu, Z-A-F-U, meditation cushion. It's a style of meditation cushion around, usually buckwheat filled meditation cushion. So it's really like squishy, but very firm because it's filled with buckwheat, not like cotton or something. It's like firm and it forms to your butt, but it doesn't squish. So I love it. Again, this is no longer available, but you can look for a Zafu buckwheat filled meditation cushion and find someone, somewhere else. Those props over there are kind of nice to have, but not necessary. I would say this is necessary for me. If you wanted to go the extra mile and get some yoga props, bolsters, then I do recommend a rectangular bolster. That's the orange one. And a round bolster is the purple one. But this I find to be much more useful. I use my meditation cushion, obviously for meditation, but also for hips up time. So if you know me, I talk about putting, hips up time, which is putting my hips up on something toward the afternoon. Usually around 3 to 5 p.m., I will put my hips up on a meditation cushion or on a yoga block and just rest. It repositions your pelvic organs. It gives your pelvic floor muscles a break, because often our pelvic floor muscles get pretty tired by the end of the day. So hips up time is amazing, and this is usually what I use to put my hips up on. Now, another really essential tool for my personal practice is yoga blocks. So I have cork yoga blocks, and I also have foam yoga blocks. I have to say I like the foam better. The cork are more expensive, and they're really heavy. They're also really, really firm and hard, which is good for some things, like if you're wanting to stand on them for some reason, which I've done before for all sorts of various things, then the cork can be really nice. But I find the foam to be, first of all, less expensive, and also they're softer, they're more comfortable. If you're gonna put your hips up on one of them for hips up time, then this is really nice, just something kind of soft that's not super, super hard. So 2 yoga blocks is really important. I just use 1 yoga block if I'm using it for hips up time, but I use yoga blocks when I'm stretching all the time. It's really important to feel supported in your stretches, and like you're not straining to get into the position. You want to bring the ground up to you. If you can't reach the ground and you're like getting all off kilter and off balance and putting your body in weird positions that are unsafe just to reach the ground, then you're not doing yourself any good in the stretch. And so I'm pretty flexible, but I still use yoga blocks to help me find the right position and get more out of my stretches. It's not really essential, but something that's really nice to have is a blanket. This is a type of blanket that's commonly made in Mexico, so you can look up Mexican blanket. I like this particular style of weave because it's very, very firm. Like, it's not squishy like a comforter, like a down comforter or something like that would be. And it's also not slippery. So you're not gonna slip around on it when you sit on it. I like this blanket because you can fold it and roll it up and make it different heights and sizes. So this is nice. First of all, if you're just cold and you need a blanket to put on you, like during Shavasana, you can just unfold it and put the blanket on you. But you can also fold it up and just sit on the edge of it. If you just need a little something to sit on to kind of prop your hips up if you have tight hips, it's so, so helpful. So sitting on the edge of this blanket just props your hips up a tiny bit so that you're not like this. See how now I'm like tucky under and roundy, and my hips are all, my knees are higher than my hips and my spine is in a bad position. This is horrible for the pelvic floor, and it's horrible for the pressure that's on the pelvic organs. It's not good for the back, and I'm not going to get as much out of the stretch as if I propped myself up on something so that I'm in a better position. The other thing you can do with this is you can roll it up and make yourself like a little makeshift bolster that you can put under your knees when you're lying on your back, or you can even lie on it like this, like this. If you were lying down, and it allows you to kind of arch. I hope you got that. So roll it up, fold it up, put it on you like a blanket, do all sorts of things. I do think my foam roller is an essential. I love this. This is a high density foam roller. You can find these all sorts of places, but I like ones that are quite firm and not that real foamy type. This is quite firm. I got this on Amazon. You can find them in actual stores. I recommend that. Whenever you can shop at an actual store and not Amazon, I do recommend it. Support local businesses, but I'm not perfect. I definitely do shop online, and this has been a great investment. I love this size. It's kind of a mid-length size, and it's great for stretching. It's great like laying over to stretch. Obviously, it's great for rolling out your muscles and releasing tight muscles and just bringing circulation to your body. So you can use it for various strengthening exercises too, where you actually put your feet on the foam roller and you pull your feet toward you while zipping up your core and breathing. So you can use it for strength work and for myofascial release and stretching and all sorts of things. So I love this tool. Other things that I do like to have that are kind of nice to have but not need to have would be Theraband. So I have a long strip of band. This is great for travel because you can just shove it in a suitcase. So Theraband is super nice. Also, I do love my little exercise ball here. So good for firing up the center line of the body. So activating the inner thighs, pelvic floor, low abs, like as a unit. Anytime you can add the exercise ball, I love it. You can also sit on it as a really nice, pelvic floor massage. It feels so good. Seriously, you should try it. You can do so much with these. So you can also like roll around on it. By the way, I have a whole video on my YouTube channel that has mini exercise ball moves, but I love rolling around on it on my belly. Oh my God, it feels so good. You can also bring it up to your hip flexor area and just kind of roll around on it. I'm not going to get into it here, but you can try this on your own and just see how good it can feel. That's it. The other things that I have, just so you can kind of see what I have a Bellicon rebounder. Love it. I have various little weights, and that's all I have. That's all I use for my workout area. And honestly, all of these tools are not super expensive, although the Bellicon rebounder was very expensive, very expensive, but worth it for me. But the tools I have are not super expensive, and you can find them very easily at different places. Do a search for them if you are an online shopper. Go to an actual store if you have an actual store nearby you that you can go to. And honestly, like big box stores often have this kind of stuff too. Like I know TJ Maxx in the United States, and in Germany it's called TK Maxx, often has like yoga blocks and random exercise gear that can be really helpful. I will just share 2 more quick tips, and that is tools that are very helpful for relaxation. And so one is just a silk scarf. So getting a silk scarf, something very soft and yummy that you can put over your eyes when you're resting in Shavasana, or any type of meditation where you're lying on your back, or anytime you're just trying to get some rest is really, really nice. And this is not really an exercise tool, but it's something that I have been, gosh, for the last probably 3 months, I have been so obsessed with my earplugs. So this is for nighttime, for sleep. Probably for the last like 5 years, sleep has been really hard for me, like super hard. And for the last couple of years especially, it's been really, 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 really hard. And so earplugs have become my best friend. I never used earplugs before, but I realized that even the tiniest sounds will keep me up at night. And so this isn't about exercise, but it is about energy. We need sleep to have energy to live our life and to exercise and move, which is such an important tool for obviously for our health and our body and our strength, but also for nervous system regulation. To regulate and keep your nervous system balanced, you need to exercise and move your body in ways that feel good. It's good for your joints, it's good for your bones and your muscles, and it's good for your nervous system. And all of that is good for your pelvic floor and your pelvic health. So to exercise and to move, we need to sleep at night. We need rest. And so if you're like, why can't I sleep? I've tried everything, but you haven't tried earplugs, you might want to try earplugs. I resisted them for so long, and I thought, I don't need earplugs. I don't stay awake at night because of noises, but I do. It's noises. It's the tiniest little noises that keep me up. I plug in my earplugs and I just feel like all of a sudden I'm inward, like I'm in my little body, I'm in my little self, and I can fall asleep. So earplugs are my final tool. Not for exercise or movement, but for sleep, which helps me with my exercise and movement. So somebody else had asked me about where I got yoga pants. So I guess last thing, a lot of them I've gotten at PopFlex lately. I really love PopFlex. Blogilates is a YouTube personality. Cassie Ho is her name. She does Pilates and she has her own fashion line, activewear line. And I really like her stuff. I just like her. She's just a fun person. And so PopFlex Active has some great styles. It's a little hit or miss on fit. Sometimes I find things fit better than others from their site. But overall, I'd say it's more of a hit than a miss. And they have things for all sizes, all shapes of bodies. They do tend to be a little more younger in style, like a little more fashion forward, I guess, a little more sassy. But I think that's kind of fun. I mean, whatever, age is just a number, right? Whatever. I can be in my 40s and wear clothes for people that are in their 20s, right? And then the other place is, I have definitely found amazing fitting yoga pants at Lululemon. And I know that's a bit of a controversial store. It's a large chain, and I know that a lot of the larger chains are not always ethically manufactured. I know there's a lot of problems with the environment, and as far as like labor practices and environmental practices with large companies. I have yet to find a smaller company with organic clothing, especially yoga pants, that I like. I have to be honest here, I haven't found a natural and organic yoga pant that I have liked. And it's a bummer. So that's where I am right now. If you have suggestions for me, bring it on, send me a DM. Yeah, I also don't have like an endless supply of money to be purchasing yoga pants, so it can be really hard to sample and then realize, I don't like this. So that's why often I do tend to go toward my tried and true, which is usually Lululemon or PopFlex Active. All right, that's it. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.